Hello and good evening. I would like to know why the United States is one of the only countries that is not acknowledging the Federation of Lights, not acknowledging these unknown spacecrafts in our atmosphere. That's a question I have to ask. And the other question I have to ask about the disclosure about what kind of information they're going to give us about extraterrestrial life. Why is it it's suppressed in the U.S.? Why Mexico, China, Russia, over Moscow, Peru, Japan, all these other countries are seeing mass groups of crafts in the air, and their news agencies are reporting it. But the United States is not reporting these findings. They're saying they're going to disclose something, but they don't show evidence of these things that are actually happening throughout the world. Why is it our news agencies are not telling us what's happening? Are we, the United States, resisting what's happening? And I kind of figured this out and knew this kind of for years. I mean, it's just obvious our government does not do what we ask them to do. And I get it. There is a secret government that runs our government. Our government doesn't have a clue to what's really going on behind the scenes. They're just told to act on certain issues and do what they're told to do. So our actual government is not the government that we run. Our government is like a puppet government, and there's a secret government that's running it. And obviously they know people are aware of this, but they don't seem to care. They're doing what they want to do anyhow. My question is, who are these people that are controlling the affairs of the people of the United States? And why isn't the rest of the world intervening on our behalf? I mean, us Americans in general are not bad people, but we're led to do specific things by our government and by our military. We don't want to do the wrong things. We do want to support humanity and peace throughout the world. Why is it? Explain to me, why is it the United States is suppressing information away from its own people? Why is it that we have to be unveiled this information by other countries? Our own country is so secretive, they don't even tell its own people what's going on, but yet the rest of the world is aware of these secrets. I find that sad and alarming. And so should you if you're an American. I tend to believe that there's extraterrestrial life. I'll tell you why. There is an awakening. I've noticed something. Sincerely noticed something. I had anxiety before, and I had a lot of issues going on. But I would say recently, within the last couple months or so, all the stuff is fading away. My mind is becoming clearer. I don't know if it's just an illusion on my part, because sometimes we go through eras of our life with depression and things like that. But I feel more mentally focused, more mentally aware of my surroundings. Like a child is when he's young. He's absorbing all the things around him, and he's calm. He's not pressured by the pressures of life. It just seems like it's like becoming a child again, but yet having the knowledge that I already have, but my knowledge has been that much more increased. I mean, it could be my imagination, of course. Our imagination carries us away, and as we get older, we gain a little bit of knowledge and wisdom, but I think it's a little bit more than that. There's a clarity coming, and some of us must be aware of it. And if these aliens, if they are aliens like they say they are, if they have a much higher intellect than we do, obviously they may be using a larger portion of their brain. I don't know what type of brain they would have. I don't know if it's the same as ours or not. There must be some similarities to it. I want to know. I mean, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, of course, and I believe in God the Father. And are these accepted beings from God the Father himself, or are these demonic beings? But there's good and bad in every group of individuals or people or aliens per se. So, what is the truth out there? Can you tell me, anybody? Can you? I'm an American. I choose to do what's right in life, and I hope that everybody else chooses to do what's right in life. It seems like the United States is becoming so constrictive lately. Why? Are they afraid that true freedom is going to hit this land and people are going to rebel? You can only hide something so long. You can only fool people. You can fool people, some people some of the time, but you can't fool everybody all the time. Eventually the truth will come out. You cannot hide something. You cannot hide your light in the darkness. If there's information to be known out there, people will find it, whether it's by accident or it's randomly done on purpose. Like, for instance, WikiLeaks. Did they uncover some information that the government now it has to disclose this information because it's been accessed to the rest of the world around us? When you have the defense minister of Canada, a government official coming out and specifically saying that he knows of contact with extraterrestrial beings. Knows of it. And all these other people are now coming out and saying that, yeah, they have knowledge of it now. Because it's out in the open. There's no more hiding it, you know? But see, I'm skeptical because I have not received this knowledge. I have not seen extraterrestrials. And I have not seen the disclosure of these people or these beings. I don't know who they are and what their agenda is. Or is it just a whole disinformation program going on out there? I don't know. I really would like to know. But you know what they say about curiosity. But you got to be a little curious because, you know, if you're not a little curious of what's going on around you, you become naive and taken advantage of. So you have to have some sense of curiosity and wonder. Now, when you have elected officials coming out now saying, we're going to disclose the fact that there are extraterrestrial beings, you have the Pope himself contemplating the existence of extraterrestrial beings, and you got his people saying they would love to baptize these extraterrestrial beings. All these people in high places are not going to put their office in jeopardy by saying something unless they know something. Okay, so apparently they do know something, and on top of that, I've seen the footage from Japan, Peru, Moscow, in Mexico. They're all reporting this on their news about these craft in the air, and they're very vivid. I mean, you can't really see them up close, but they're fast, they're silvery, they're identifiable. I mean, they're different shapes and sizes too. I've seen some triangular ones, and I've seen some round crafts and a big cylinder craft. You know, this could be an elaborate hoax, but there's too many videos and too many testimonials of these things existing out there. I mean, yeah, we're in the internet world right now, and we're cyberspace, and all this could be a big elaborate hoax. But I find it hard to believe that people in the Defense Department, people in the political realm, people from all parts of the country, even tens of thousands of people seeing this openly in one place. Tens of thousands of people, not just one or two or a few nutcases. We're talking about tens of thousands of people viewing these objects in the sky openly and candidly. And we're in 2011 now. I mean, I did know for some reason in my mind there would be a moment of peace on the earth before things got really chaotic. This may be that moment of peace. People are brought into an understanding of themselves and their mind and all that stuff, and about the fact that there's things out there we're not aware of, and to open our eyes to maybe the truth of certain things, which is fine. That doesn't take away from the existence of God. That doesn't take away the existence of what His Word has said. And it did talk about, when He cast the angels to the earth here, the ones who forsake Him, they lived in the center of the earth. Now they're talking about aliens living in the center of the earth. So there's a lot. It's questionable, but it's not unperceivable. I mean, it is very highly possible, because I mean, technology is just zoomed, in the last 100 years. But contrary to the idea of thinking that it's zooming, a lot of things that we see today, they knew 60 years ago. The contemplation of the internet and the cell phone and all that stuff was already in place 60 years ago. Whether you believe it or not, that's fine. You don't have to believe it. But they'll tell you, anybody that's in advanced technology or in working in secret op programs and things like that, just like the stealth bomber, that was 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, they were working on this. And at that time, we only had the regular planes that you see. I mean, the jets were just coming out then, 60s and 50s and stuff like that. So, and this is the technology we see right now, the things we see that are like moving at exponential rates. Can you imagine the technology we're not privileged to and we're not told about? And there's technology there that we don't need fossil fuels ever again. We never needed them anyhow. 60 years ago, a guy named Sears developed a electromagnetic generation device that produces electrical energy. It's perpetual motion. Magnets move around, create energy, and it refeeds itself. So you're constantly getting energy. So that's been around for ages, but you don't hear about that. If you look for it, you can find it, but you won't hear it in the American news, and you won't hear corporations telling you about it because they don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to know about engines that run on water. They don't want you to know about propulsional engines and things, because that would do away with the combustion engine, and there's a lot of money. And I'm involved with the combustion engines. I can't tell you where I work, but that's kind of a secret too. But there are a lot of things we're not privileged to, and the secret government of the United States is trying to hide it from us, the citizens, but the rest of the world's aware of it. That's a sad state of affairs. When Americans keeping secrets from their own people, and the rest of the world is aware of our secrets, and we're not a secure country because of this. Or maybe we got something up our sleeve. Maybe we got a technology that the rest of the world is fearful of. That may be it. Maybe we shared that technology with the aliens, and we've excelled at such a rate that we equaled what they had, and we're in conflict now. So we're trying to hold this technology information for ourselves to control the masses of the world. Or just like I said, it could be a disinformation program, a false flag. It could be many things. But something's coming out of it. And something is going to be disclosed this year. And the world will not be the same as it was once before, because when you open people up to new things, just like cell phone, open people up to a new way of communication, what are they going to open us up to now? This is the question you have to ask yourself. And I tend to believe that there is alien life, because even as a child, I had a sense that something was out there. And I'm not just talking about in space, I'm talking about interdimensional. I believe time travel is possible, not being a sci-fi nut, but I'm telling you, time travel is possible, and they've experimented with it as early as the 40s. I believe that these people went into time, and they kind of eroded time. They changed it. So there's a lot of factors in this. I mean, but I think it's coming to a head now. People are going to accelerate at an exponential rate, humanly and mentally and spiritually, and all kinds of aspects. You're just going to go excel beyond your own comprehension. So just wait, keep your ears open, wait and see. I'm waiting to see. But be careful. Don't be deceived. Don't be tricked. If you know it's a trick, don't feed into it. Peace out. Look to the stars.